On to the next new chapter, linear inequalities. So, ivlo naal we were learning about equalities. Equations first to know. What is an equation? When you have 2x is equal to 6. So, this is going to be an equation. So, it is going to be an equality. Abdina na rendume equal. Abdina the equality. If they are not equal, but yedo or relation irukku rendukku nadula. So, what is the relation? When we have 2x is less than 6 or 2x is greater than 6, we say that there is inequality. Okay, so inequality இருக்கு. So இந்த மாதிரி கேசஸ்ல என்ன சொல்லுவோம், 2x less than or equal to 6 இப்படி இருந்ததுன்னா we have both equality and inequality. So இதை ரெண்டா பிரிச்சு எழுதினா we'll have 2x less than 6 and 2x equal to 6. These are the two different equations that we have. Correct? So this is linear inequalities. Linear na enna? We just saw what is an inequality. What is a linear inequality? Linear na enna? இவ்ளோ நாள் படிச்சிட்டு இருந்ததே linear தான். So when you have 2x plus 6 equal to 0, this is linear. Abdina, the power of x is 1. Then you have 2x square plus 3x plus 6, power of x and the highest power of x. What is the highest power of x in the polynomial? 2. Highest power than a pakano. So what is the polynomial here? It is a quadratic equation. Power on the 2. Either if you have 2x cube plus something na, this is going to be a cubic. So this is linear. So this is going to be a quadratic equation and this is going to be a cubic equation. So இந்த மாதிரி நிறைய நம்ம பார்த்திருக்கோம். So quadratic தெரியும், cubic தெரியும், linearம் தெரியும், but linearக்கு இவ்வளவு நாள் என்ன பேர்னே தெரியாம நம்ம பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கோம். So in this chapter we are going to learn about linear inequalities. Equality இத்தனை நாள் பார்த்தாச்சு, இப்போ inequality. So what all do you have here? So இந்த இடத்துல ax plus b is less than 0, greater than 0. இதெல்லாம் வந்து strict inequality. You see that there is no equal to symbol. இந்த இடத்துல இந்த மாதிரி equal to symbol இல்ல. So these are strict inequalities. இந்த இடத்துல they are not strict inequalities. They are called slack inequalities. இந்த இடத்துல உங்களுக்கு தெரியுது. They are called slack inequalities. இதுக்கு முன்னாடி பார்த்தது strict inequalities. அதுக்கப்புறமா என்ன இருக்கு? So this is dealing with only one variable, x மட்டும் தான் இருக்கு. இங்க இந்த equationsல என்ன இருக்கு? I have both x and y. So two different variables deal பண்ற மாதிரி equations. Here I have quadratic equations. இவ்வளவு நேரம் we were dealing with linear and these two are quadratic equations. They are not linear but they are quadratic inequalities. Okay? Okay, இப்போ ஒரு equation இருக்குன்னு வெச்சுக்கோங்க. You have 30x is less than 200 அப்படின்னு இருக்குன்னா, for example I'll take a different value. So I'll take 210 இப்படி எடுத்துக்கிறேன். So when I have 30x is equal to 210, what will be my value of x? 210 divided by 30, 0, 0 cancel ஆயிடும், 3 7s are 21. So what is my value of x? It is going to be 7. But what happens when I have an inequality? Inequality இருந்ததுன்னா, I can write this as 30x less than 210, x is less than 210 divided by 30, 0, 0 cancel achna, I have x is less than 7. So I have x less than 7. Now what all values can I have? When it comes to natural numbers, my values can be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? But when I have x is less than 0, in the equality illana, x is equal to 7 is not a solution. It is false. So which is false. X is equal to 7 is not a solution because we are dealing with x less than 7. X less than or equal to 7. So it does not include 7. It only includes the values 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? So this is the basic linear inequality theory. So please take a look or take a screenshot. We'll solve some examples and exercise questions. You'll understand this better. In the chapter, romba easy, but calculations la romba careful because when you, even if you make a small mistake, the entire answer is going to be wrong. Correcta pota romba simple. 4 steps the answering. Okay. Next we have two different rules. Enna rules irukku? Rule 1 is that equal numbers can be added or subtracted without affecting the sign. Abdina enna artham? So for explanation, I'll give you an example. So if we have 2x plus 6 less than 2 in the mari or equation irukku. So what am I doing? 2x is less than 2 minus 6. 2x is less than minus 4. X is less than minus 4 by 2. X is less than minus 2. Inga na enna pandren? What am I actually doing? I'm going to explain these two rules with this example. So first step la, what I'm doing is I have 2x plus 6 less than 2. So I'm trying to bring this minus 6 to the other side, or in other words, what am I doing? I'm subtracting minus 6 on both sides. So in that way, I'm subtracting by minus 6. In that way, I'm subtracting by minus 6. So what will I have? Minus 6 or minus 6 cancel achna, I'll be left with 2x less than 2 minus 6 is minus 4. So that's in the step. So what am I doing? I am adding or subtracting equal values on both sides of the inequality. So this is rule number 1 without affecting the sign of the inequality. இப்போ இங்க less than இருக்குன்னா இங்க என்ன இருக்கு less than தான் இருக்கு. So it did not affect the inequality. Okay, இப்போ next step என்ன பண்ணேன்? What did I do? I brought the 2 to the other side, divide பண்ணேன். அப்படின்னா என்ன அர்த்தம்? I'm going to divide both the equations, both the inequalities by 2. So I'm going to do 2x divided by 2 less than minus 4 divided by 2. ரெண்டு சைடுமே divided by the same number பண்ணா, it is not going to change the inequality. So இங்க என்ன ஆகும்? The 2 and the 2 gets cancelled. Here I'll have 2 and the 2 will get cancelled. I'll be left with minus 2. So what is my final answer? X less than minus 2. So these two are giving me the same value. So என்ன பண்றேன்? Basically I can add or subtract the same numbers on both sides of the inequality. This is one thing. And I can divide or multiply by the same number on both sides of the inequality. But division ko, multiplication ko, this is applicable only for positive numbers. What happens when you multiply or divide by a negative number? If for example, I have 3 is less than 5. Is this true? Yes. Now I'm going to multiply both sides by minus 1. இப்போ minus 1 ஆல multiply பண்ணா minus 3 less than minus 5. But is this true? No. In your number line, minus 1 இங்க இருக்கு, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, 0, 1, 2. 2 is greater than 1. அப்போ minus 5 எங்க இருக்கு? Minus 5 is less than minus 3. Do you see that? Minus 3 is greater than minus 5. இதுதான் correct, இது தப்பு. So what do you have to do? Whenever you are multiplying or dividing by negative numbers, you have to reverse your inequality. So whenever 3 less than 5 இருக்கு, I'm going to multiply by minus 1 on both sides, or I'm going to multiply by minus 2 வச்சுக்கலாம் இந்த கேஸ்ல. So what will I have? Minus 6. I'm going to reverse the inequality. இந்த பக்கம் multiply பண்ணா I'll have minus 10. So this statement is true. What happens when I divide by negative numbers? For example, 10 is greater than 8. I'm going to divide both the inequalities by minus 2. இப்போ 10 divided by minus 2 என்ன? Minus 5. 8 divided by minus 2 is going to be minus 4. But my greater than symbol will become less than symbol. Okay, the inequality changes its symbol. Greater than less than I do, less than greater than I do, vice versa. Okay, so whenever you're multiplying or dividing by negative numbers, the inequality reverses. But whenever you are adding or subtracting positive or negative numbers, inequality மாறாது. Multiplication ku division ku மட்டும்தான் இது applicable. Okay, please pay attention. These are some basic concepts. This is rule number 1 and rule number 2. So rule number 2 லயே அத கொடுத்திருக்கு. Both sides of the inequality can be multiplied by the same positive number. But when both sides are multiplied or divided by negative number, then the inequality is reversed. Okay, this concept is very very important. Negative number ஆல multiply divide பண்ணா inequality டபால்னு மாத்திடணும், மறந்துட கூடாது. Okay, now let's do some example questions. You'll understand this concept much more clearly. Now, what do we have? First question, solve 30x less than 200. I'm going to divide both sides by 30. So what will I have? 30x divided by 30 less than 200 divided by 30. So what will I have? 30 and 30 cancel I don't. So x is less than 0, 0 cancel achna 20 divided by 3. 20 divided by 3 is what? Some 6 point something. Yeah? So 20 divided by 3 is 6 times 6 3s are 18, 2. So 6.666. This is a recurring thing. So x is less than 6.666. But they are asking solve for x when x is a natural number. Natural number na enna? Natural numbers are numbers starting from 1 to infinity. 1, 2, 3, 4 in the mari until infinity, only positive numbers. These are natural numbers. If x is less than 6 na enna, what all values? X is equal to, you can take the value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, you can take all these 6 values. So these are the values of x. This is the set of all values. In the solution set, this is the solution set for x. So this is natural numbers. If integers, what are all your integers? Integers also include negative numbers. Correct? If 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 வரைக்கும் ஒரு range இருக்கு. இப்போ negative numbers என்ன இருக்கு? I have 0, minus 1, minus 2 and so on. There is no end. So negative integers minus infinity வரைக்கும் இருக்கு. So what are the solution set? What is the solution set for x? I'll have minus infinity லேந்து எடுத்து I'll have all the values minus 2, minus 1, 0 and so on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So இது வரைக்கும் இருக்கு values. Okay, let me write this properly. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right hand side க்கு தான் limit இருக்கு. Left hand side க்கு limit இல்ல. Infinity, minus infinity வரைக்கும் போகுது. Okay, please copy. So we have learned for natural numbers and integers. Okay.